Greetings and welcome everyone. Please let me know if you can hear me well. So wonderful to be connecting with you once again. Thank you very much for joining me. Salamat, Assalamu alaikum, Namaste everyone. How are you guys doing? Magnificent. That's my girl, Sakira. Great, excellent, good. Glad to hear your voice again. Thank you, Mary. Excited. Awesome. Wonderful. Wide awake. Thank you so much for joining me at this time. I know for some of you it's quite late or quite early, but I really appreciate you all joining me once again in this very special webinar, which is titled Enlightenment and Awakening. And please know that you are all being called. So if you are thinking that you are just joining me randomly, then please think again. You are here to serve a special purpose for yourself and for the collective. So thank you so much. I'm really honored. So since we have a good representation once again, I would really like to acknowledge your presence by first asking you if you could kindly tell me from which part of the world you are logging in. We have Netherlands, Patricia, Serbia, Ivan, Slovenia, Wajaka, Saudi Arabia, Samia Hashim, Mexico City, Mary Carmen, Canada, Toronto, Natalia, Netherlands, Eric Osenga, London, Rosie, Toronto, Sakira, France, Matt, Toronto, Gavin, John, Sydney, Australia. Wonderful. So we have a very good representation today. Excellent. So let's begin. From the announcement, you already know that we are going to be going through some discussion about enlightenment and awakening, what it really means. We will go through a journey of golden meditation to set our focus and our manifestations in motion for today's session and beyond. We will be working with the crystalline frequencies of the earth, and we'll be doing a very strong activation. So just be prepared for that. Make sure that you have enough water with you, and you should not be engaged in any social networking during this time. Also, we will be clearing and balancing the core chakras for oneself and the planet. Yes, our planet has chakras as well, just like a human body. And something new for all of you will be the frequencies activation for Aquarian era. Something that you all desire to live in, but you require to step up to facilitate those frequencies. And towards the end of this session today, I will have a very special invitation with a special offer for all of you. So if you would choose to stay with me till the end of the webinar, then I will be really obliged. And without any further ado, let's begin the discussion about what is enlightenment. So what do you think what enlightenment is? What is enlightenment? How do you know when you have it? And who are enlightened beings? Okay, so we have some answers and some insights. So let's continue the discussion. Do you think that there are only some special beings who are enlightened? So who are the enlightened beings? What do you think? Who are labeled as enlightened? What else, Eric? Well, for your information, we all are enlightened beings. Everyone is an enlightened being, as everyone is an individuation of Source God. Any doubt about that? Yes, so please be very clear about you being an enlightened being. All right? Claim that. We are all individuation of Source God, so we are a part of this enlightenment. Any spiritual teachings about how to get enlightened is something to add on to the traits. However, by default, our characteristic is to be enlightened from the time of our birth till we go back to the Source God. Now, attaining enlightenment is not a task. The actual task is to reveal it. We already have attained it. But how many of you and how many of the people around you actually reveal their enlightenment? Not many, right? This is an ongoing journey, a practice for a lifetime. It is not something you can cross off your to-do list when the goal is reached. It's a transformation of thoughts, basically, and the shifts from within that we require at every given moment. And even the most spiritual person that we label or we perceive as spiritual are not enlightened 24/7, because it is a choice point at every given moment. Everyone can be enlightened, but we cannot claim to be an enlightened being 24/7. However, when a person starts taking responsibility, when they start moving out from immature behaviors, they become more confident of their conscious choices, takes action to address a task or situation, then, in my opinion, that person is truly enlightened. So when you can stand up for yourself instead of depending on others, when you have the courage to move out of parasitic relations, that is the state of enlightenment. Exactly. Now, in the same way, we can define awakening. Awakening is a state of consciousness. When we are in the now moment, we are awakened. And how many of you are awakened right now? How many of you are present to the present? So again, this is a choice moment. It is something that we choose to do at every single moment. We choose to be enlightened. We choose to be awakened. So all of you are saying me, me, me. All right. Yet another way we can define to be awakened is that when we move beyond limited beliefs and we move beyond the assumptions, only then we can fully experience what is actually unfolding in the moment, the now moment. It's always the present moment that requires our full attention for us to be labeled as awakened. Now, what is the name that comes in our mind when we talk about spirituality and awakened beings? What is the first name that comes in your mind? Okay, so we have Christ, Jesus, love, Buddha. What about yourself? Why not you? Everything and everyone outside of you. Why? Well, just for your information, the word Buddha comes from the Sanskrit word Budh, meaning to be awake. So Buddha is not a name, and ultimately it's not a person, but a state of consciousness. All this implies that humans are potentially capable of living in a state of consciousness. And each one of us matters. So do not take yourself away from this count of awakened beings. Every one of us matters. And collectively, a society is formulated by individuals, right? So imagine when everyone is mature enough to take responsibility of their choices, consciously starts moving with practicing patience, understanding, compassion, and generosity for humanity, animals, environment. Just imagine a society like that. Imagine a world where we have such enlightened and awakened beings. And why do you think that it is so difficult to attain? Why can't we do it? I know I'm asking a lot of whys here, and some of my students might say that I am whining, as this is one of our topic for discussion. Yet, it is the requirement of the webinar discussion. This is our home. What are we doing for it? What legacy are we leaving for our future generation? Humanity is not alone. We have companionships of animals and plants. So we require to be equally compassionate and loving and understanding towards them. Exactly. It is simple but not easy, yet not impossible. Every single moment is a choice point. If we choose, we can stay in these states 24/7, yet since we are all in a human perception, I know it is not an easy task. Yet if we can start practicing it, how do you think the world is going to become? Exactly. And there's also one misconception about what we are made of, which is called our genes. Just be aware that we are not controlled by our genes like a computer program are controlled by code. For a computer program, we can write a code and we can give instructions in a way that it obeys our command. However, we are the ones who are writing the code, not only for the computer, but also for ourselves. As genes are a biological tendency for expression, changing our state of consciousness can influence or can even change completely the tendency for expression. And when we do this, our code, our programming can actually be rewritten and a different manifestation can be expressed. Clear? So please be aware that we are the writer of the code. This is what will bring out the required frequencies for ascension of the planet, the change of consciousness. You probably have heard a lot of people talking about it, but we don't really just want to talk about it. We really are towards achieving it. Yes. So let's start off by setting our manifestations, by bringing our minds and our thought forms to a state which will allow us to manifest the reality the way we desire. And for that purpose, I will be assisting each one of you today by using the codes of Ah, and I require to share with you the disclaimer for codes of Ah once again. The codes of Ah sessions do not replace any medical intervention. They are, however, used to increase a person's self-healing and self-mastery powers. And all codes that I will be showing to you guys once again today and using for activation and clearing purposes, these are all received and designed by my teacher Yvonne Delafleur Alexander, who is the president of Delafleur Teaching Institute, a president of Higher School for Conscious Evolution, and is a pioneer of many more grand projects to serve humanity and our planet. So just pay a humble gratitude to Yvonne for her selfless contributions. Also pay humble gratitude to Toby Alexander, because the protocols that I'll be using today again are what I have learned from my mentor, Master Toby. So I am one of the fortunate students who have received their trust, and through this trust, I am hereby serving each one of you in the best way possible for myself and in line with my soul mission. So let's begin with the golden meditation. Every one of you, please make sure that you have enough water with you. We will be meditating upon the light frequencies from the higher realms down into your etheric body, aura, and into your mind, body, and soul, fusing with the light of your heart at the end. Okay, so let's start the meditation by first finding a place where you can sit or lie down comfortably. Make sure that you have no distractions of any kind. Is everyone ready? I can give you a few seconds if you are not. Thank you, John. All right, so everyone is ready now. And for this specific meditation, I just desire you to stay in a very comfortable position without feeling anything like feeling of the energy shifts in your left hand. If you are a practitioner or anything, just be in a receptive state. Receive the golden frequencies and take this time to meditate upon what your desires and outcomes are for this session and from life in general. All right, so take this time, as the frequencies will allow your mind to go to a delta state where your mind will be in a relaxed position to be able to manifest easily without any hindrance. You may close your eyes and just listen to my voice, connecting you all to the pillars of light, up through your crown chakra into the higher realms. The luminous light above all creations, the gust of higher consciousness. Breathe in through your mouth at the count of 4 and out through your nose at the count of 8. So this is a different way of breathing. Breathe in through your mouth this time at the count of 4 and breathe out through your nose at the count of 8 and repeat this 7 times. I'll give you a minute to complete that while you can continue keeping your eyes closed. Visualize a golden light coming down into your crown chakra. Bathe your crown chakra with this golden light as it is already descending. Send it down through your spine, through every single chakra, one by one. Your third eye chakra, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your sacral chakra, and your root chakra. Continue manifesting the reality you desire. Now bring this golden light into your heart. Picture this golden light expanding in your heart chakra. Now picture this golden light going around you as a vortex, going through you and uplifting and lightening you up like a golden beam. Picture yourself as a golden beam of light, glowing, lightening up everything around you. Feel the expansion and quietness within you. Stay with these frequencies. Stay with this golden light, bathing every single cell and particle of your being. It is humbly requested in the name of divine love and by the laws of the golden equidromes and alchemical powers that meditation facilitation golden infusion code be fully activated for each person here, infusing every particle of their being with golden liquid filaments, charging them with new codes, new templates, and new soul programming from their higher self and higher realms. Now, Tahija and Tadoi. You can look at the screen to look at this beautiful code. Run this code through every single cell and particle of your body while continue visualizing the golden liquid light going through you, surrounding you, and lightening you up. Feel the quietness and calmness of your mind. The energy just went quantum. You may rub your hands together and gently open your eyes and get back to the present now moment. As always, I will be sending the recording to everyone to revisit so you can meditate with these beautiful golden frequencies to manifest the desired outcome for yourself and the collective. I desire everyone to master these meditations. All right, everyone. How are you feeling? Everyone is back in the now moment? Excellent. Wonderful, relaxed, present to the present, tingling, enjoying the frequencies, shifting, moving, happy. Yes, this is what happens when you are working with the higher scalar wave programs, as these are all living codes of consciousness and they are all interacting based on your requirements and your needs. So as you are interacting as a living code yourself, you are benefiting from these frequencies as per your desires and manifestations. Okay, so these golden meditations will be yours. You can practice it as many times as you desire since the code is already programmed within you. You don't really require to look at the physical image of the code as it is embedded in your conscious and subconscious mind. So you can just recall the session that you are undergoing with me right now, and it's going to happen automatically. All right? So now let's move on to the next service, which is basically very much required at this present time. And it was sent to me as an order, as an order from the masters, as I have also been honored to be one of the graduates from the Ascended Masters Academy and have been receiving some insights and guidance, which initially I thought was my own ideas, but later on they were validated to be direct commands and instructions. So since I am already on my path of self-mastery and evolution, I have started to take these insights and guidance quite seriously, and most of the time these insights and guidance are not targeted for me alone. I require to do things ASAP for collective and especially for the people who say yes to my invitations. So whenever I'm sending out an invitation for these webinars, please understand that There is no hidden agenda in my invitations. They are as per the received guidance and instructions. And if you guys are choosing to be with me for receiving these frequencies and attending these sessions, then it is meant for you. All right? So it is something to be considered seriously, not just as an experience or for having a blissful blast of frequencies only, but really take it seriously and ponder upon the discussions that we do. These discussions are also encoded with high frequencies and Shaktipat, and they are meant for you to take and understand or to apply in your lives. It's not just for me to spend time discussing about irrelevant things. It is to be really taken seriously for implementation, because time is very crucial. We are in the middle of an ascension cycle, witnessing a very sacred time, not just for ourselves, but for the entire planet. You're getting my point, right? How many of you are aware about the ascension, that we are in the middle of ascension? Every one of you are saying yes. You are witnessing these downpouring, right? Downpouring of frequencies and energies that our Mother Earth is experiencing right now as huge cosmic spirals of lights. I'm not talking about just specks of light, but huge spirals of lights are coming down and they are penetrating our atmosphere at this time. The energy that is surrounding our planet at this time is continuing to increase exponentially at this time, because this is the time of ascension. You are aware of that, right? You are witnessing this special time, and you are here for a reason. On this planet at this specific time, you are here for a reason. Please understand that. You are here to assist ascension. And this technology medium that we are using, which is connecting me to all of you who are in all these distant places and physical locations on the planet, this technology, if we think that it is a human intelligence, then please think again. It is a divine intervention that humanity has received the blast of technology at this specific time. And I'll be talking about the Aquarian era, and you will be able to understand that what we are witnessing in the form of technology, which is making the communication so easily, is because of the divine intervention to support ascension. So the shift is happening whether people like it or not. But how long do you think are we going to stay in this time? For how much longer you think that you can stay without doing anything, as the time of ascension already started? It started when? Back in year 2012. And till when is it going to last? Any ideas? A few years? 2017. And ascension is the same for humans, planets and plants, animals. Everyone goes through ascension cycle. This time comes after every 25,556 years. So imagine the time. Practically humanity and the planet has waited for several thousand years to witness this time of ascension. And in order for us to be able to support ascension through our presence on this planet, I have been guided to use the crystalline frequencies for all of you, and you will be actually doing it for yourself and the physical location of your respective areas, the grids of your respective physical locations will also be getting activated with these crystalline frequencies, as understand that the crystalline matrix or the crystalline network is all over the planet. It's like a network. We are going to be using a specific code that again has been gifted to humanity from Absolute Harmonic Universe to support Ascension. But before I can use that code, I require to give you some background information. That is, there are three main grids that operate through and around the earth. The first one is the crystalline grid, which links the crystals in the earth. And wherever this grid crosses are the location of the major portals, vortexes, and dimensional doorways that connects the inner earth and the earth to other dimensional worlds, stars and planets in the galaxy, solar system, and beyond. The crystalline grid keeps harmony within the earth plane and at the portals. Just like a human body, like we have meridians and chakras, which when are free from any kind of discordant energies and blockages, and they are basically responsible for flowing the energies within our bodies and keeping us in good health. In the same way, Earth grid has meridians and chakras. The crystalline grid is responsible for keeping harmony within Earth, just like within our bodies, the chakras and meridians are doing the job. But at the same time, our human body structure also contains a crystalline matrix. Now this matrix is formed using the Fibonacci sequence, and everything basically in this entire universe is designed based on the Fibonacci sequence, including the codes of Ah. There are major crystal points on our head, heart, hand, feet, chakras, and meridians. And each cell of our body has a central crystal structure that forms around it using a specific geometric ratio. Yes, the sacred geometry. When we say that it's a sacred geometry, then we are basically referring to the crystalline matrix within our body. Also understand that these crystals act as a holographic data storage medium, meaning crystals hold memory and information that is passed down through generations. And not just through the generations, but also we tend to hold on to memories that are passed on through the environment and timelines. Got it? And as we expand our consciousness and we raise our vibrations and our frequencies to move toward the higher dimensions, our crystalline structure also gets stronger to hold more light and multi-dimensional information. All of us collectively are creating a higher level of consciousness to assist the humanity to make this required shift. And as I said, this shift is happening regardless of whether anyone wants it or not. It's just like a day that follows a night, or the seasons that comes after one another. It's a cyclic event, but this time it's a grand one. At this time on the planet, a whole new resonance is being anchored through light workers into the earth. And you probably are one of them. So let's start the activation of the crystalline frequencies. Remember what I told you about the crystalline matrix within your body? the anchoring points, your head, your hands, your heart, feet, chakras, and meridians. So when I'm going to show you this sacred code, this code is going to be used for opening the blocked energies of the crystals within your body. And at the same time, through you, you are going to be sending this frequency to the core of the earth, spreading out the frequency to the entire crystalline matrix of the earth. Clear? Okay, so before we begin, please just drink some water. You are a part of a major shift right now. Just make sure that you get into a very relaxed position and breathe in and out 7 times. This is going to be a very strong activation, so make sure that you are totally relaxed with no distractions. Continue taking deep breaths. Center yourself. Probably some of you are feeling the tingling in every single anchoring point of your body already, as the scalar wave program knows what needs to be done. The intent is already set in motion. Now visualize this code with its diamond light energy on top of your crown chakra. You might even feel some cold shivers going down your spine. So it's just a part of activation, so no worries. Now send it down through the spine, through every single chakra, to every cell of your body, especially the anchoring points. From your crown chakra, you can pass it through your entire head, bring it to your heart, send it to your hands, then send it to your feet, bring it back up again on your crown chakra. From there, one by one, send it down to all of your 7 embodied chakras. From crown to third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root. Yes, the whole body is tingling right now. Just continue sending this to all of your anchoring points, simultaneously sending it to all of your chakras. And now bring this code into your heart chakra. From your heart, flow the energy as a beam of light, a corridor of light into the core of earth. See this beam of light from your heart down to the core of earth. Now from the core of earth, visualize the white light flashing into infinity of light frequencies, feeding the entire crystalline grid of the planet. See it like a ripple effect. Stay there. See the flashing lights. Feel the white energy spreading to the entire grid of the planet. Allow this light to flow through you and experience the joy of doing it. I'm giving the activation command silently, yet you all are going to feel a lot of heat, tingling, warmth, and sparkling energies in your entire body. Keep repeating to yourself at the same time, Aham Brahmasmi. I am the one. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the one. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the one. See yourself as that white crystalline beam of light, as the light pillars that are here to support ascension. Realize that we are the earth. We are Mother Earth. There is no separation. What is within Mother Earth is within us. Anyone who feels separated from planet, please shift that awareness. So the energy is just quantum on this beautiful code. How's everyone doing? All right, thank you very much for your wonderful feedbacks, guys. Powerful stuff, lots of tingling. Wonderful, thank you. You're welcome. Intense, awesome, lots of tingling, perfect stillness, euphoric, good, beyond words, very powerful. Indeed, it is. It is extremely powerful. We are working with one of the most powerful frequencies, the crystalline frequencies for the planet. And you guys have been called for it, so I'm again very honored to have your presence with me. Each one of you are representing your physical location for this sacred activation. So be very proud of what you are doing right now. Whenever I am doing a planetary service webinars, I feel a lot of tinglings and heaviness initially in my feet whenever I'm doing the activations. However, when the quantum release happens in my left hand, then the tingling and the heaviness also disappears. Yes, you are right, Sakura. It's just something that I desire everyone to do. You are doing it at your end. I am quite aware of it. We don't really require to suffer anything. It's just that we require to be aware of the choices that we are making, as every individual's choice matters a lot. And this is like a ripple effect. With our collective choices, we formulate a better reality for ourselves and for the planet. So it's like a wake-up call, not just for the ones who are already awakened, but an action call at the same time. Just being awakened is not something that will serve the planet. We also require to take an action. Alright, so this activation is done. And let's move on to the next service activation, which is basically something again in relation with what is happening and what we are witnessing around on the planet. This is related to the activations of the core chakras. And how many of you are aware of core chakras? What are the core chakras? Yes, they are within our bodies and they are also at the core of the planet. Which embodied chakras? The identities of pain and victimizations are stored in the two core chakras, which are the core chakra number 1, which is also known as root, and the second one, which is known as sacral. So today, through this service webinar, we will be clearing the identities of pain and victimization, not only within ourselves, but also from the core of the planet, as these identities are stored and are coming back to us from the planet in the form of what we are witnessing as hurricanes, as earthquakes, as tsunamis. These are the reflection of pains and victimizations that the planet is going through. It is giving it back to us. And we at the same time have imbalances in these core chakras. And as I mentioned earlier, that please realize that we are the earth. Our auric field is in direct communication and is attached with the auric field of the earth. So whatever pain and suffering planet earth is going through, we are facing the same within our bodies. There is no separation. Whatever is within earth is within us and vice versa. Anyone has a different observation? When we embody the love for the planet and all the inhabitants of the planet, then the real change starts showing up. And it starts showing up in our own lives before it starts reflecting around us. Yes. So we will be using again some very powerful activations using the codes of A. So please everyone, look at the center of this beautiful code. Continue looking at the center of this code. Inhale the code in your third eye. And then send this to your root chakra and your sacral chakra and start moving it in an anti-clockwise direction. Now start moving it in a clockwise direction. The reason why I ask you guys to first move it in an anti-clockwise direction is that we are transmuting and we are eliminating any negative entities attached to these first two chakras, transmuting them through the anti-clockwise direction. And then with a clockwise direction, we are infusing the divine source light into these two chakras. So this is how I have programmed my intent. First, transmuting the negativities, the identities of pain and victimization from chakra 1 and chakra 2, and then infusing these chakras with divine source light, high frequencies, high energies, and balancing them so that our decisions become aligned with our soul missions, and we move out from the identities of pain and victimization. It is humbly requested in the name of divine love and by the laws of the golden equidromes and alchemical powers that core center chakra code of Ah be used to clear the first two chakras for all the participants of this webinar permanently from all negative entities, transmuting the negativity from all of their awareness and multidimensional existence, and infusing their chakras with divine source light, source energies, and high frequencies to support them in their soul missions and let them get aligned with their soul programming in the best way possible and in line with their higher selves. Now, Tahija and Tudoi. Again, you will be feeling a lot of warmth and tingling in your core. This activation will also be twofold. Once the energy will go quantum for all of you, then we will do the same clearing and activation for Mother Earth. Again, through optical pineal induction, the process when you inhale the code in your third eye and then exhale it to the identified locations, you are actually programming your entire being with the frequencies of this beautiful code. Quite heavy actually. Is anyone having any problem in these two chakras? Not necessarily the chakras, but the organs that are governed by these chakras? Yes, please go ahead and infuse the water with this code and drink it. Anything that comes in your mind is actually an indication that it is a possibility, so you can do that. Except for copying the code, because that is not permitted. It's a very intense clearing actually. Majority of the problems for humanity resides in these core chakras. Pain, suffering, victimization. The gifts that we have received as a collective. We are going to make a choice to work on ourselves and planet if possible for you guys on daily basis. You will be feeling so much contentment, peace, and joy within your heart when you will be serving the planet while you are serving yourself. The joy of giving without any selfish needs. Yes, John, this is true. Shakira and Nasima, Mary, they are all witnessing the same shifts. But quite heavy still in my left hand, so I require to wait up for it to go quantum before I can move and do the clearing with all of you for the planetary grids. This probably is going to take longer than expected. Again, please be aware of the service that you are providing right now to yourself and also for the planet. This is not something that comes along on daily basis, right? Yeah, because your intent is set, event, for the planetary service, so our higher self is already doing the job. And when you can actually witness the shift of the energies within your body and you can witness the shift of the quantum release, it's a validation of what you are doing basically. It is not a feeling that I am subjecting on you guys. You are actually undergoing the experience, right? And what is this telling you at the same time? By being on this webinar, witnessing these shifts, witnessing the tinglings, excitement, hot flushes, the kundalini rising up, what is it telling you? Yes, claim your power. Understand that you have the power to shift the reality with your intent, with your selfless service, without any restrictions of time and space. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Your observation is absolutely right, John. There is a specific reason behind using that figure, number 8. What does 8 stand for? Infinity. Yes, so you will be finding majority of the codes with the petals, with the dimensions, with the geometrical illustrations of 8. Yes, infinite consciousness. So how many of you can feel the kundalini rising up right now? We are doing several things simultaneously. We are clearing, we are balancing, and we are activating the kundalini energies. For some people, it requires a couple of days for the integration to take place, and for others, it's quite spontaneous. So it is okay if you are not feeling anything at the moment, but be observant of the shifts. All right, so the energy is finally quantum on this one for our own chakras. Now let's work on the planetary core chakras. Please drink some water. This one is going to take a little bit time. My feet are already quite heavy. It's like glued to the surface. Alright, now everyone, please inhale the code in your third eye. Exhale it all the way down through your central vertical channel down to the core of the earth. And now, similar to what we did with our own core chakras, first imagine there are two chakras at the core of the planet, and you are rotating the code in an anti-clockwise direction. And we are going to stay with this movement for a while. Focus in your own physical locations. Each one of you are in the exact location where this energy requires to go. It's pretty heavy already. But don't worry about it. Now start moving the code in a clockwise direction, please. And you already know the reason why we first move it in an anti-clockwise and then in a clockwise direction. Keep your intent very clear. Stay in a very humble posture. Bow to the planet Earth, the Mother Earth that has been serving us for eons of years, generation after generation. It's time to pay back a little bit. It is humbly requested in the name of divine love and by the laws of the golden equidomes and alchemical powers that core center chakra code of Ah be used to clear the core chakras 1 and 2 of Mother Earth, transmuting all the negativity, discordant energies, discordants, auric attachments from these core chakras and infusing these chakras with divine source light, higher frequencies, higher energies, bringing these cores to their absolute balanced state, reviving the original divine default characteristic of the chakras for Mother Earth. Now, Tahija and Todoi. Wow. Those of you who are sensitive to energy is probably feeling a lot of heaviness in your legs. Yes, there's a bit of shooting pain as well, but no need to worry about it because as the energy will go quantum, everything will come back to its divine default state. So if you can make this as your routine, then I will really appreciate it. And of course, you will feel the love, compassion, and peace in your heart like no other thing. Yeah, continue sending this code to the planet Earth, even though we have done the activation, but through your mind's eye, you can just keep sending it up and down. It's like activating the Kundalini energies for the Mother Earth as well, through you. Powerful indeed. You can drink some water because most of you are reporting that you are feeling very thirsty. So infuse the water with this code and drink it. A big thank you from me to you, from Mother Earth to all of you. And the energy is quantum. How's everyone doing? How's the heaviness in your legs? Flowing. Still a bit heavy? You can start moving your feet a little bit, or maybe you can stand up and walk around. Much lighter in the legs. Rosie. All right. Yeah, it was heavy in the beginning, but not anymore. It's light and flowing, Sakira. Heaviness is all over. Awesome that we are all doing this. Exactly. And thank you for your presence, Manish. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I always request for you guys to join me in these activations and clearings. Even though I, on my own, know that I can also do a lot. However, awakened group consciousness is what is really required at this present time. Yes, it amplifies the effect tenfold. All right, so now let's move on to our next activation. I know some of you have other commitments, and I really appreciate your given time. However, I really desire this to be completed with the presence of each one of you. So if you can stay with me a little longer. Let's work on the Aquarian era frequencies. Now you probably have heard this word quite a lot, right? Aquarian era. Any idea what this is? The age of Aquarius. The golden age. The age of Aquarius is regarded as a spiritual turning point. It is a turning point for societies. And what is society made of? Individuals. So it starts with every single one of you. But then particularly for every individual, it is of more profound importance. As once we feel this spiritual turning point within us, only then we can collectively affect the society. Yes, and there is much speculation about the beginning of the Aquarian era. Has it already begun? Or is it yet to come? Or is the mankind already in the middle of Aquarius age? What do you think? How many of you understand the importance of frequency? There is a correlation here. Because our frequency attracts the exact same frequency of people, places, times, things, and events in our life. So if our frequency is high enough and we are resonating with all these beautiful high frequencies, then we are definitely going to be in this Aquarian age in no time. I'm not claiming that we are already there, as a lot is required to be done. Maybe on individual basis, we have our own blissful experiences and we feel like we have already ascended, as I feel that. And I'm sure that you guys are feeling the same shift of awareness shift of consciousness to a higher dimension. However, collectively is what is going to do the magic to bring about the frequencies of Aquarian age. Now, if we want to live in a harmonious, loving, pleasant company of people and surroundings, then what is there that requires to be done? How can we all collectively manifest a better reality for ourselves and planet Earth? By working on ourselves. Exactly, Sakira. The Aquarian age points to the direction of our own evolution in consciousness. We are each being asked to make a choice. We can cling to the old outdated values or adopt the new evolving ones. It is our choice. Our happiness and peace depends on our choices, right? And the changes will take place according to our choices. The rapid changes in technology, something that I referred to in the beginning. This rapid change we have seen in the last couple of years. It has been coordinated by the universal forces or the divine to prepare us for the next new age, the age of Aquarius. So maybe we can claim that we are already in that age. Our technological boom has not been because of our superior minds. Yes, a lot of time I hear this from my own children as well, that our time was an old time and their time is the time of latest technology. So yes, they are right in their own way. However, remember that we all had been a part of this technological shift. It did not just happen over time, as some may think. It was all part of the universal plan to prepare us for the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius, which I am manifesting in the now moment, is basically the end of selfish desires and the beginning of selfless, free expression of the soul of humanity with conviction and commitment. But then we all have been given a free will choice. So will we allow ourselves as a whole to be swallowed up in hate, greed, and wars? Or are we tired of this yet? We are all tired of it, right? So the choice point for each one of us is to reach for the light. And what is the light? To go in the new direction represented by the coming new age of Aquarius, which is the direction of omni love, brotherhood, unity, and integrity, and to dissolve these boundaries of religion, community, nationality, and borders. Stop labeling one another with nationalities and with religions. That is when the true meaning of Aquarian era will take place. So we are yet to achieve that. However, we have already embarked on the journey. So do you label yourself as an indigo or a rainbow child or a light worker? Whatever name you desire to give yourself, just know that you are on the planet to help the planet move toward the age of Aquarius with the values of love, brotherhood, unity, and integrity. All of us, in our own way, possess special powers and have special gifts, but we require to contribute these gifts. Only then we can all bring these beautiful frequencies of Aquarian age to reality. So now let's go ahead and activate this beautiful code, which is loaded with the frequencies of Aquarian era. Please inhale the code in your third eye. This time we are going to run it through our 7 embodied chakras and also our 8 morphogenetic chakras. We are going to create a circle of frequencies around us that is going to go and blast off the frequencies of Aquarian age to 144 mileage around us. Inhale the code in your third eye. Exhale it first to every single embodied chakra within your body. See the beautiful luminous light of this code lightening up every single cell, particle, and chakra of your body. Again, inhale the code in your third eye, and this time exhale it on top of your head, 36 inches above your head, and then see this code blasting off like fireworks and bathing all of your morphogenetic chakras simultaneously. Beautiful. It is humbly requested in the name of divine love and by the laws of the golden liquid realms and alchemical powers that Aquarian era enlightenment awakening code of Ah be used to awaken the frequencies of Aquarian age within each person attending this webinar in all possible ways, on all levels of their existence, in the best way possible for them, and in line with their higher selves. Now, Tahija and Tadoi. See this code like fireworks all around you, and at the same time, see the beautiful light of this code expanding to 144 mileage around you. There is no real limitation here. However, each one of you have the power to influence 144 mileage from your physical presence. So keep that in your mind whenever you are doing the activations and clearings, that you are impacting everything and everyone who is in the diameter of 144 mileage. This is true empowerment. Yeah, there are several colors, not just a couple of them. And as the activation is happening, you will start witnessing the emergence of additional colors, as these are living codes of consciousness and they are interacting with each one of you as per your requirement. Now, once again, inhale the code in your third eye, and with a deep exhale through your central vertical channel, send it down to the center of the earth. And then see it expanding and flowing through the grids of your physical location, activating the frequencies of Aquarian era, bringing in the unified collective consciousness of love, brotherhood, and harmony. Yeah, that's a beautiful visualization, Sakira. Yes, it is taking some time, but just stay with these beautiful frequencies. Continue the visualization of spreading these beautiful lights within you, around you, and inside the core of the planet in your physical location. Yes, I repeat the word multidimensional existence and parallel existence, as we are multidimensional beings. Through our conscious awareness, we can multiply our physical presence as well. And this is what we usually do as light workers. Wherever our client is, we can physically project our consciousness to that physical location where the client is. We can be with them while we are working on them. The expansion of consciousness. And if you desire, you can again visualize the entire group of 45 who are attending this webinar, which is equal to number 9, a divine number. If you include me, it will be number 10, the oneness in all. We can all project our consciousness as a group, holding each other's hand, circling the planet. And through this consciously awakened, gathered group, we can send these frequencies through our third eye to the planet as a whole. See yourself as the protector and the guardians of the planet, as you are. It's just a matter of claiming it. No, it is not important to see anything, Tamara. However, if you are seeing anything, then maybe it is meant for you to see. The energy is now moving towards my wrist, so it's an indication and validation of the activation getting complete. Please drink some water, infusing the water with this beautiful code. And it is done. The energy is quantum on this beautiful activation. So please let me know how's everyone doing. Everyone with me? All right, thank you very much. Great, energized, excellent, present and relaxed, awesome, tingling all over, wonderful, fine, wonderful, thank you, quiet and relaxed. All right, so this is a great work that you guys have done. I am the one who is really grateful for you staying with me for so long and working with me. Thank you so much. Lightweight. Super amazing. Yes, that's true. And do send me your feedback, because at times I don't hear anything from any one of you after the sessions that we usually do on monthly basis or once in 2 months. So it will also give me some kind of a way of tailoring my sessions as per your guidance, as well as you all truly are meant to do this work as per my belief. That is the reason why you are called for this again and again. And as I mentioned in the beginning, that I'm not the one who is sending out this invitation. I am sending out invitation to over 500 people in my mailing list. However, only some of them are accepting and are choosing to show up in these live webinars. So what does that tell you? You are the called ones. I'm really humbled and honored. Thank you so much. And you probably already know what needs to be done in order to be excited, exuberant, and contented, right? What do you think? You already know or not? Yes, there is a frequency resonance, of course. So first of all, if for some of you, you are still not aware, then please know that who you are at a soul level, why you are here, and what you came here to do. Clear all past choices that have created undesired results and realities in your life. And please pay attention to every bulleted point here, because this is meant for you. If it is not being done yet, this is what is required to be done. And the messages are very clear. In every webinar, I convey the message clearly. So if there is any unclarity about these messages, then please let me know. Make sure to clear all the past inherited energies that you were gifted from not just your genetic parents and ancestors, but also there are a lot of other factors like the planetary karma and the collective karma that ends a person in a situation where they are struggling in their lives, not knowing the underlying factors and just blaming their parents, God, and their own luck. The other important thing that will be required is to activate the dormant parts of your consciousness, the underlying DNA template, which majority of the time science calls as junk DNA. But the Creator has not created even a single speck of dust in this universe which can be labeled as junk. So can you really imagine yourself carrying 97% of junk DNA? No. This is one of the reasons why I have been working so religiously with several of my clients, and they have actually undergone the activations and have witnessed profound shifts in their lives. So it is not something that you can measure on the scale in hospitals and in your own house, but you can actually witness the shifts that start showing up within you. And then last but not the least, align your free will choices, because you have the power of doing that. Align your free will choices with who you are at a soul level, so you can fulfill your life contract and master your life with excitement, exuberance, and contentment. These are the points that I personally have applied on myself, and my reality has shifted 180-degree angle. And for all of you, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the webinar, I have a very special invitation with a very special offer. And as you guys have been choosing to show up again and again, I have no doubt that you are the ones to be formulating the group called the Guardians. So you are invited to register for a monthly focused group sessions under the name of the Guardians. How many of you are ready to do that? This group will be focused on doing clearings and activations for oneself, their families, and the planet using the grandest frequencies available at this present time, given in the form of codes of Ah. There will be monthly sessions using codes of Ah, where each member will be playing a major role in bringing about the required high frequencies for their respective physical locations and doing extensive clearings on all levels of their lives. And believe me, the reason why I have been asked to offer this as a special offer for this specific group is because we are at a very crucial time. And there's no real time that you can just wait and see what's going to happen without taking any action. The sessions will be conducted on every first Sunday of the month for the next 12 months. I might just extend it based on the guidance again. And if you are ready and if you are accepting and acknowledging your I am presence and soul mission, then a very economical and affordable price that I am going to offer without any entanglement, because even though my mission is to assist and support ascension, I also do not desire to create any kind of entanglements. And I'm sure that each one of you are also agreeing with me. So the 1-year membership is only for $597 or a monthly payment of $50. This is quite economical. And if you will know what I do with this money, then you probably will just label me as a dumb person because none of the investment that I ask anyone goes in my pocket. None of it, believe me. Even the trainings and the healing sessions that I conduct for my clients, all this money goes for assisting the education of the needy people and for the sick ones. I am here to serve my mission without any entanglements, yet I am also here to assist as many as possible without serving myself with this financial gain. And by the grace of God, I have a great job, so I personally do not require any financial gains. Whatever I ask, I make sure that it is very economical for everyone. And at the same time, if you desire to give this money away with your own hands to someone who you know is in a need, then you are welcome to do that. If you do not want to give it to me, you can give it away yourself. Agree? So if you agree to join this group, then you can register via PayPal using this email if you want to send this investment to me, or if you can just send me an email saying that you will be giving away the money yourself to someone who you know is in a need, then let me know and I'll just add you in the group. How about that? Yes, so I'm really honored that majority of you have agreed on joining the group, and it had been a great journey for myself, and I truly wish that each one of you have received equal benefits from being on this session. And I will also be happy to receive your feedback. As I mentioned, I will be very much willing to answer any inquiries around this membership. If you desire to ask more questions, just drop a line, send me an email, or send me a message on Facebook. And just let me know if everything sounds good to you. If you have any suggestions, then also let me know, because this is not something that I want to facilitate. If any one of you would like to facilitate a session, what I can do is that I can create the webinar on the GoToWebinar, and then I will be giving the mic to the person who would like to facilitate the session. So this is all going to be a win-win for everyone, as we all require to join hands together at this important time of ascension. So thank you very much, everyone. I salute your Christos avatar self from my Christos avatar self, and I truly wish that you all have received the frequencies and activations and clearings in the best way possible and in line with your higher self. I wish you all the very best. Thank you, and much love from me and Mother Earth to all of you. Love you all, and I will get back to you guys, as a lot of you are asking me some questions, so I will get back to you individually. I will be sending you the recording. Much love. Bye-bye.